Man, what are you doing here, huh? Hey, it's Preservation Thursday. It's the infamous Billy Joel bringing us in. Piano Man, yes it is. Aladay Mobile Media, ladies and gentlemen. Got some funny stuff going on. Funny stuff? I don't know if it's funny or if we should be concerned. I have no confirmation on this yet, other than a couple phone calls and some emails from 4 different people now telling me that former employees of NFN are making recruiting calls. If this is the case, if it in fact is true, which I have absolutely no reason to disbelieve the people that have contacted me on this, they know where SHARI NOTT is. And what I told one of them is, why aren't you turning this information over to somebody so it stops? I'm going to try to be as diplomatic as I can here. Here's what happens, and this is what I've observed over the last 10 years in the industry. You got the booze checks. You had the Berghorst. You got the guy, Michigan Realty Solutions up there, Cheap Suit J. These guys, these people get SHARI NOTT. She's another one. They get a nucleus of people they work with. They'll have 5,000 to 6,000 vendors across the country, but they'll take care of 500 or 600 of them across the country. They'll make sure they're taken care of, so when they get done stealing money, they can go develop another company, and they have a base to work with. I want you to think about that for a minute. I want you to think about that for just a minute. And I want you to Google this. Want to be a millionaire? Join NAMFS. It outlines what these people do. How many of you have received a check? It's $200 or $300 short. Think about it for just a minute. It's $200 or $300 short, and there's a crazy excuse, and 6 months goes by, and you never get your $200 or $300, and this keeps happening. It's a repetitive behavior by these people, if you will. Stop and think about that for a minute. What is $100 times 100 people? That's $10,000. That's $500,000 a year. Let's take that a step further. Let's say you have 5,000 vendors and you clip them for $100 a week. 90 days, you got $1 million. You need to stop and think about that. So here's what happens. They take care, they make sure that this little nucleus of vendors they have is paid, taken care of, etc., 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 and then they go on and shutter their doors and go to a new company. We know Guardian Asset Management picked the contract up. We know Bluestone has former NFN employees. We know Brookstone, same thing. We know Eviction Support Services is SHARI NOTT. But yet, the nucleus wants to continue to work for them. The other people around them are too gutless to take legal action. And make no mistake about this. We've talked to the Merkin Group. We've talked to attorneys. And they all say the same thing. What NFN did is criminal. It is not you just got burnt. What they did was criminal. File complaints. That's all you got to do. File a complaint. Let the huevos fall in the sack and file complaints, because that's how it gets stopped. Big news coming out of Chicago this week. Rich Rue is reporting. Chicago, no more boards. No more plywood board ups. All clear boarding. All clear boarding. Let me see if I can pull that up. Doobie 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 doobie. I don't know. There it is right there, man. Let's see here. All you Chicago peeps just got a kick in the teeth. No more wood boarding allowed in the city. Clear boarding sucks. I want everybody to think about this for a minute. They patented all this stuff, saying it's there, this, there, that, there. That material has been around since 1972. I wrote an article on it. Look on the website. Jim Gibson, the famous St. Louis Cardinal pitcher, made it famous back in the 70s. He threw 100 pitches, clocked over 100 miles an hour at this stuff. It didn't break. Did what it's supposed to do. And I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, what the hell? What the hell? Okay, I'm a glazer. I've been a glazer all my life, since I was 18 years old. I know a little bit about this material that they're doing, that they're drilling the hole in, and they're having you put this funny little clip on with a screw. Here's what I want you to do. Go back and tap that bolt and see what happens. You can do that once a week, man. Hey, got vandalism, we can repair it. We got vandalism, we can repair it. That's their method, not mine. You do not drill holes in polycarbonate because you destroy the structural integrity of the product. By drilling a hole through it, you make 360 weak points. You've all heard the phrase, a chain as strong as the weakest link. 360, and you're putting 4 of them in that. 4 of them. That's 1,440 weak points. Tap that sucker with the hammer, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you right now, you're going to run that stuff, and you'll get to come back and replace it next week because of vandalism. And that's all you have to do. Yeah, Klein thought he was all bitching and peachy king, getting people, forcing this down everybody's throat and pushing it on Fannie Mae and everybody with their procedure. And Cyprix even says in the instructions, in the video, you have to be careful with the holes or it'll crack. They even say it. Use it to your advantage. Use it to your advantage. Piss them. Piss on them. I'm sorry. They're thieves. Cypress takes 9%, and if you're stupid enough to let them do it, shame on you. They take 9% if you don't have workman's comp. If your state doesn't require you to carry workman's comp, and they say, well, you don't have workman's comp, we're taking 9%, and they don't give you workman's comp, that's called insurance fraud. They're crossing the state line using an electronic means, the internet, the telephone. Electronic means, it goes to a telephone wire, it goes to a Wi-Fi signal. Electronic means, that's a RICO violation. It's RICO. It's not that difficult. It's not, you don't need to be a rocket science to figure it out, folks. You just got to have the guts to stand up and say stop. That's what the lunatic in the mountain's trying to do. He's trying to help organize some stuff. Check the website out, ifast.org. ifast.org, International Association Field Service Technicians.org, ifast.org. Go over there, review the material on the website, review the memberships, review what's going on there. If it's right for your company, hey, jump on the bandwagon. If it's not right for your company, continue down the road you're going. It's just that simple. It might be right for you, it might not. Everybody talks all this, oh, we don't need a union, we don't need a union. But yet, in social media, why they're sharing information, saying, oh, well, we shouldn't do this, we shouldn't do that, we shouldn't do this. That's exactly what a union member does. Hello? What kind of banana crap is that, man? I mean, come on, people, stop and think what you're doing. You don't want a union, but yet you get together in all these drive-by media groups and social media groups, and you come up with strategy. That's what unions do. Why not take advantage of a union and be in the union so you get paid. I'm telling you right now, man, it's all labor. When I start looking at the labor laws, I looked at the labor laws here in Missouri. There ain't no independent contractors in the property preservation industry. You're all an employee. Stop being stupid. Again, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a radical here or whatever, but that's just the way it is. Let's see here. Oh, that was let me see. I'm trying to find there. I got another what was this here? Looking for recommendations, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I believe we gave a warning on this over the weekend, but need subs on Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Chester, Delaware County on urgent basis. Kevin Poncho dgcscom@gmail. That's the biggest red flag. Biggest red flag. Let me see. Dependable GCS Preservation and Landscaping Country, Gary Buskirk and Kevin Poncho. I guess they're also recruiting. Heather Jean reports that everyone, please be aware of anyone posting looking for subs for this company. Do not complete work for them. They are crooks and thieves stealing your hard-earned money. They almost bankrupt us. Beware. Melissa Wary chimed in with information on them. But let me see here. Yes, Melissa Wary, this is what he says. Yes, he did. Obviously ripped him off. And then he tried to say, we caused back charges and sent the same papers to more than one company as the ones that were back charged. After he kept saying the checks were in the mail, I kept doing work. This is their thing. They'll string you out for 6, 7, 8 weeks. And a lot of these people know, they know that there's a 90-day, 120, maybe 180-day window on the lien process. You got lien needs, zlien.com, zlien.com. You get over there, tell Scott and gang I said hello. He'll get you squared away. They'll help you out. Business 101. We are going to highlight the Merkin Group this next coming month. I'll probably do a couple special podcasts on this, on collection procedures, what needs to be done, how to go about doing it, how to maybe put yourself in a better position so you don't have to go down the collection road. How do you start the collection process without a collection agency or a lawyer? A lot of this can be done by writing a demand for payment. One of the courses I took in my business courses, I took like 4 business law courses there, but one of the subject matters was collection procedures, what you need to do. You write a letter, and then after 7 days you write a 10-day demand letter, and then you write a 30-day foreclosure letter, not a foreclosure, but a lien letter is what it's called. So we're going to discuss that with the Merkin Group and get you some answers. I've had a few questions come in. We're still looking for questions from you, the viewer, the person that wants to know about collection and the collection process, if you will. And the Merkin Group, of course, they're down in Florida. They're licensed in 41 states, bonded, insured, all that kind of good stuff. So let's, you have questions, you can put them in the comment down below, or you can send them directly to me. We'll ask Curtis and John. We'll get some answers for you. You can bet on that. They're excited as I'm excited to bring you solid, reliable information, and not something. Let me see how it. Again, I'm trying to be diplomatic, but not from a NAMFS member, not from a National Association of Management for Stealing member. That's what we will do, ladies and gentlemen. We will bring you, of course, John Navarro, you can contact him at 866-447-7044, extension 1007. He'll have a conversation with you, as will Curtis Fort, the president of the organization, cfort@merkengroup.com. His email, 866-447-7044, extension 261. If you have questions, these gentlemen will sit down, they'll have a conversation with you. They'll do this on their dime. Come on, that's worth a conversation if you're owed money, at least. I mean, it's worth a conversation. It's worth a phone call to pick the phone up and say, hey, Mr. Ford, how are you? This is my situation. John, how are you? This is my situation. And tell them what's going on. They're going to do an asset assessment for you and find out if it's a viable avenue to go down, or like with NFN, if it's a criminal issue, you got to go another route. But they're going to do that for free. They're going to offer their services to you for free. They'll help you collect. When they get the money, then you get to pay them. You can't beat it with a stick, folks. You can't beat that with a stick. That, anybody, hey, I have always said all my life, I let my work speak for itself. You tell me I'm doing a good job, hey, we're doing a good job. If I'm doing a bad job, tell me I'm doing a bad job. But anybody that is going to work on the leg and go out on a limb and invest their time to help you, that tells me they are very confident in their skills and their abilities and what they do. You can't beat it with a stick, as I say. Get a hold of them down there, the Merkin Group. They can help you. And as I said, we're going to do a business one-on-one segment rolling out probably a 4-part series on the Merkin Group, how they got started, where their backgrounds came from, how they recruit employees to assist their business, stuff like that. We'll lay it out. We'll get some questions. We'll get questions going on, like I said, how do you collect? How do you go about starting a collection procedure without attorneys, for example? Is there something you can do and start writing letters? Is there an avenue to go down without having to do the lien? Remember, most of the lien clauses, most of the no lien clause, I've yet to see a no lien clause that was legitimate. They're not legitimate clauses on the thing. They can be voided out, and just because, as I reported last week, just because you have a contract does not make you an independent contractor. Got to get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. If you like what you hear, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the station. That's how it works. Thanks to all the new followers this week. Tune in for GMO updates coming on the Monsanto trial next week. That starts Monday. Monday it starts. The trial starts Monday, so we'll be getting updates right directly from the court. Carrie Gillum, whitewash. We're going to get reports from her. And of course, Lunatic in the Mountain. He got the up to the minute fraud reporting going on the National Association of Management for Stealing. I guess there's a call to protest Eric Miller's home. I don't know about all that, but I saw something out there about that, so I don't know. Will it happen or not? I don't know, and I'm not saying get no mob rule mentality. Don't go there with me. I'm not going down that road. If that's what folks want to do, this is America, and we have the right to assemble, as they say. You also have the right to free speech, as they say, so see how that goes. If you like what you hear, give us a thumbs up, folks. Subscribe to the station. Thanks to all the subscribers, and thanks to everybody who has been joining me in the Twitter campaign, asking the President, Mrs. President, EPA, we saw that guy go out the door. We saw Scott Pruitt get down the road. EPA, FDA, and the USDA, please get that poison out of our food. We don't need it. I'm in the Midwest. I've been reporting no bees. I have found no honeybees yet. On a mission to find honeybees. I can't find any right now. We'll be looking for them. Hey, if you can help keep the lights on, ladies and gentlemen, hit the website. Donation tab is right on the right-hand side there. And tune in and make sure we'll do 4-part series here with the Merkin Group. They're here to help. They're here to help. Let's have a great day. Let's have a great weekend. And let's all be safe out there.